But the funny thing is that I've never had someone in real life come up to me and try to scam me.
Say you screw you Imran, like that kind of thing. No.
Yeah, I've never had
ran up
one.
to you with a super soaker, like
Yeah, I am not denying there is something called passive income and it exists.
Right.
For sure it exists.
So welcome guys to episode 2 of Singaplex, the After Hours podcast, right? And today we have a special guest with us.
Hi, I'm Imran.
Stop scrolling, right?
Stop scrolling if you want to start a business.
It's the notorious Imran from YouTube, one of the 4 horsemen of YouTube apocalypse, that's what they say. Full disclosure, I've known Imran way before he became a meme. We were all studying, online marketing, and then now he's blown up. He's gone viral, literally, and he's had many ads all over the place. But maybe I'll just let him share, in summary, what he actually does. Because some of us, we have no clue how Imran makes a living.
That's true.
Right.
A lot of people have accused, in the comment section, they say things like MLM or Ponzi scheme or whatever, right? But what I do, to summarize in a nutshell, is I do a lot of things. But the things that I'm mainly focusing on these days, I'm focusing on entrepreneurship training. Good old entrepreneurship training. Good old Facebook advertising, YouTube advertising, things like copywriting, things like taking an offline business to come online, those kind of things.
So what you're saying is that the people that will benefit most from your kind of training are people that actually have some kind of business offering to offer.
2 groups of people.
Okay.
I started out doing, aiming towards people who already have existing businesses, because those were the Wild West days, the cowboy days, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew how to use Facebook, nobody knew how to use Google and everything. So I came in during a time when nobody was willing to put their face on camera and not willing to go and speak up and help people. So that was my original group of people that I helped.
Okay.
But as time went on and more people started to come into the marketplace and there was a bit more competition, I found out that business owner wannabes, and when I say wannabes, I'm not speaking about it in a negative term.
Okay.
People who just want to start a business, represented, and they gravitated towards my brand more than business owners would, because now anyone wants to learn about business owner marketing, they can just hop on Facebook or YouTube and they can get a lot of free courses. But for the everyday person who wants to start a business from scratch with very little capital, without having to quit their jobs or telling their spouse or their boss, nobody's really guiding them in that sense.
Okay, so those are the people that you want to help, and those are actually your core clientele.
That's my core clientele.
And how come we've end up seeing your face all over the place?
Why?
I open my Facebook, I like, Imran's there. I want to watch my Avengers trailer, Imran's there. So you must empathize with the audience. Some of them, they're like, I got nothing to sell, I just want to watch my damn
That's
video,
true.
right?
That's true. And totally I get where the irritating thing is.
The
angst is, my child's preschool teachers, they know me, they see my shit just before, like ABC 1, 2, 3.
Hey, the guy somewhere,
the customs officers, they know me. The flight stewards, they know me. It's everywhere. The reason why it's everywhere is because I believe in, what's that saying? Making hay while the sun shines.
Okay.
Right? You have to double down on stuff.
Okay.
Because my biggest regret was when Google AdWords were really cheap.
Oh, right? That's way back.
And way back, a penny per click or whatever, and then it became $1 to $2 or even $10 per click, right? I didn't really make hay while the sun shines. But now YouTube, Facebook are the go-to platforms for me to really get my stuff out into the open.
Okay.
And so if I don't really make myself omnipresent today, when? If not now, then when? Right? As with everything in life, Jonathan. If not now, then when? I don't want to play life slowly. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice balance between being everywhere and getting hate.
Like the arrows are coming like, oh shit.
Or being loved but being unknown. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy who's loved, unknown, no impact, no changes to people's lives. I'm not going to be that guy.
Especially when your line is in marketing.
Obviously, I've got to walk the talk.
Okay, that sounds. That's your secret origin story.
Yeah.
And actually, now what what you say is kind of true, because if you look at the job market, all of us are kind of screwed because we can't go in the same company for 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying is not in a very cliche way, like, the economy is bad, so we need to like go and, learn some get rich quick scheme, right? Because as you know, I'm also a digital marketer.
Yeah.
But I believe that nowadays it's quite hard to stand out in your career. Because I have
it's
people
getting harder and harder,
applying to jobs, and I read their resume and I'm like,
I'm talking about
shit, it's
alternatives,
getting
man.
tough, Yeah.
Right? You want alternatives.
Yeah.
You have that one track towards financial stability or whatever.
Correct.
But at the end of the day, you and I and everyone watching this right now,
Correct.
we deserve choices. We deserve to know that there are options open to us. So we have a one-track mind in a one-track career with a one-track, eventuality. Then that's just going to end up bad for a lot of people. A lot of people, whether they know it or not, we are all train wrecks waiting to happen. We're all train wrecks waiting to happen because we are doing the same things over and over again, not knowing that we're becoming obsolete. I'm not saying, you've got to go and learn from Imran, learn Facebook. There's a lot of good people out there. I learned from people like Fabian Lim. I learned from good people.
Neil Patel.
Yeah, Neil Patel. There's lots of good people. Dan Kennedy, Marlon Sanders. Just a shout out for my mentors, right? My point is go and learn from someone. It doesn't have to be me or you or whatever. It has to learn from someone rather than say everything is a bloody scam. Because when you have this mentality, everything is a bloody scam, then nothing works. If you believe that nothing else works, then it means only one thing. You are stuck where you are forever. And that's a scary thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we created the Singaplex podcast, because we get kind of tired doing our day jobs, right? So it's kind of dry, so we do it for the culture. So yes, I'm on board with that as well. And right here, let's pull some screenshots we hear.
Is this where you get stuff?
So yeah, we're gonna read some hateful tweets later and some hateful comments. Not hateful tweets, hateful comments. Because mostly Singaporeans, they're all mostly on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right. So right now we have a screenshot that says this one of your famous ads that actually says free coaching to help you start a biz anywhere. And if you're interested in starting a business, so
click the link,
click the link below, right?
Above the
so
video,
those
right?
people that don't want to start a business, they're like, shit, man, you run
Get out of my feed.
Yeah, they like take out the sword and like cut the Facebook video, right? But right now, maybe you explain, what's the psychology behind this ad? Why do you choose to run it? Because some criticism regarding the ad is like,
it must be Snow City or whatever, right?
People say it's like low budget. Why doesn't Imran get a better camera? Things like that. So what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, the thing that I'm trying to put across in my ads, right? The thing that I'm trying to put across in my ads, Jonathan, is time freedom. It's not a life of luxury.
Okay.
Trust me, guys. You don't want to know what I do on a daily basis. One of my mentors actually said this. He actually said on his newsfeed, my life is better in real life than the ones you see on Instagram or Facebook.
All right.
And I'm not saying that I'm one of those guys, but I think it's true. Like if I were to post what I eat, where I go, and everything else, it's just going to be junk. It's just junk because you guys are going to hate me even more. Does that make sense?
Why is he flexing
but I'm trying to show time freedom. And this what people said Snow City and everything. And it was Snow City, but it was in Dubai. There was a time when my daughter was playing those slides, and my wife said, do you want to come and play with us? I'm like, let me show the video first, since I haven't done a video in Dubai, right? So why I use it on my phone is because I think I'm proof that anybody armed with an old, let me just get this, an old iPhone 7.
Just an
iPhone, right?
Oldish
one, right? My wife got the latest ones twice. So this is iPhone 7, and anyone can just put it up, create what they want, content creation, and put it out into the marketplace.
The open.
I guess the people who are always saying, why don't you use a better camera, better angles, better lighting and everything?
Better production value.
Yeah, true. There's a time and place for different production value because sometimes when you always want to be perfect, you must have your own camera crew, your scripting, you must get your angles, your lighting people.
Models, the talent.
And that's the disease that people have right now. They want to be perfect before they launch.
Okay.
Right? By the time you guys are being perfect, I'm done.
Because they save up all the money.
I set up 3 other businesses.
Right.
Too much.
So what you're saying that if you are a small business owner struggling to, or even a solopreneur and trying to come up with something tangible, and we are in the WeWork space here, and there's tons of solopreneurs, right? And you should not try to get everything perfect. That's what you're saying.
Never, because there is no such thing as
so
perfect.
there's no such thing as
illusion.
perfection.
It's an illusion.
Perfection is an illusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go on and see some other stuff we have here. This is a really
I've
funny
seen
meme,
this.
by
it's
sgag.
cool.
Shout out to sgag. Great memes.
And thank you, sgag. You helped me fill up my
So
workshops.
that's like, hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is
Imran.
Right, there we go. And then we have the famous stop scrolling.
Yeah, the one that
here.
says stop scrolling.
The
Stop
one with
scrolling
big,
right now.
Lots of books material
Yep.
behind. These are our own meme. We recently
this just yesterday.
another Imran got famous.
Yep.
Right, he's totally swole. He's like
Yep.
it's like Bane from the Dark Knight.
Definitely,
right?
yeah.
So if you were to be his business advisor, what would you think he should capitalize on his newfound Insta fame or online fame? He's now a meme, man.
Man, that's definitely a tough one. I would have to make assumptions upon layers of assumptions about what he likes and everything. But I'm assuming that if gymming is his thing,
fitness
is his thing, and he's built a nice physique for himself. And then one of the easiest ways that people can actually monetize is monetize their own skill sets. Because there's almost 100% profit margins. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay staff, you don't have to pay anyone. It's just you, myself, it's just me, myself, and I. He can, if he wants to, monetize some sort of online membership videos because he's already kind of viral. So he doesn't have to do one-to-one in the gym. He can just create his own videos, put it up in sequence, run ads to it, and then
And then do you think he can learn Facebook ads or Google ads?
Definitely, because he's on the fellow Imran, he can come in for free.
Yeah, right. So, shout out to the other Imran, and we also want to try to get him on this podcast. So if you know this guy, the Soul Imran NSF that went viral, please message the Singaplex Facebook page. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well, because now our YouTube's at 0 subscribers, so you make us look less sad, right? So, but here now we have the 4 horsemen of YouTube apocalypse. There's Dominic, right? Uncle Dom, and we have Imran, and this guy. I think this guy does e-commerce, right? Yeah. He runs. He has a lot of ads as well.
Yep.
And then we have the other lady that does also, I think, e-commerce. So how come we only see the 4 of you on YouTube?
It's all about capitalization, right? So there's this thing about
what's going on.
Is this thing about early adopters.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a question. If you want to learn from someone, do you want to learn from those early adopters or the late adopters?
I would presume the early ones.
Because the early ones do it more, they take more risks, they spend more, they achieve more. That doesn't make sense. So I believe that this quadrant over here, right? Should I say evil quadrant, right? The 4 horsemen of the YouTube apocalypse, right? What's happening over here is that these are the early adopters.
Of
right?
YouTube.
These are the early adopters of YouTube ads, and they spend good money because they understood this thing called return on investment and doubling down when something works.
All right.
So kudos to them. I mean, I don't know them personally. I've never met them, but kudos to them for doing this, because at the end of the day, if it's not them, that vacuum will be filled up by someone else anyway. Someone else is going to come in and do this anyway.
I see.
So why not them? Why not me?
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, maybe as well, all of us have seen their face. It's only whether their service is appropriate for you or not, right?
Yeah.
So, and down here we're going to read some interesting comments here, right? So this guy Darius Chia says, I've downloaded both of the ads and converted them to MP3. I set them as my morning alarm. Wow, there's like some strong hustle there.
Yeah.
Trust me, I has never been late to work ever since. Outstanding move. So I mean, now you're not only a meme, you're someone's alarm.
That's right. So I'm sure it led to more than one smashed phone in the morning.
Yeah, that's quite serious. Someone said yes, the alarm.
But it's funny. It's a funny comment.
Yeah, let's check out something else. Yeah, this guy is like, I love how they can't afford what we talked about earlier. Firm their feature on anything more than 90s cell phone.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure I can afford it. I'm really poor and I can't afford it. So okay.
So maybe iPhone's good enough, I guess.
Yeah, but we don't judge. We don't judge people on their ability to afford something, do we?
Okay.
So it speaks volumes about someone's character over there. I would never ever judge someone based on their income or
what they can buy.
Afford. Yeah.
Well, fair statement. Yeah. How do they? Well, this is a tough one, right? How do they really pay for many of these?
We barter trade. We have camels. For every 10 camels that we barter trade with YouTube.
You see one YouTube ad.
Yeah. It's either 10 camels for a month on YouTube or 20 cows.
And in her spare time, your daughter sells some of her excess toys to raise funds.
That's right. She got lots of toys and candies and everything. She pays for that.
But well, actually, how broadly you make revenue, as we touched on earlier, is you work with business owners that are brick and mortar and they're trying to go online.
You bring them online.
And all your ads that you've been running, you've been trying to get more of these people to go online. Because
That's
now
right.
we are in something like a retail apocalypse.
That's true.
It's quite serious.
You either adapt, evolve, or you just get left behind.
Yeah, the Laksa store near my house, they're paying 9,000 rental.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's why this podcast is a low budget podcast after hours. So, Bobby Kane asks, well, I kind of like his post. He's like, swag, check it out, right? So will I get richer with Imran or Dominic?
All right. I don't know Dominic, so I think he does Kindle books or something.
Right. Some Amazon thing.
Yeah. So I think if you want to do this, take a bit out of your budget every month. People spend money on going to Bintan, Batam, or France or whatever every single month anyway. All I'm asking is that I'm just sharing what worked for me, right? Because this is my podcast today,
okay.
and so I'm just sharing what worked for me. What worked for me was that I always set aside a certain percentage of my salary. I was working as a factory worker for about 2.5 years at Ishizaki.
And this is real.
It is true.
You really
Ishizaki Industries, next to Micron at Kallang. My parents went berserk. They went ballistic. I was in my green overalls.
So that was not a Photoshop that you work in the factory.
No. I was actually working in the factories, right? Yeah, Ishizaki
so
Industries.
That's a real factory.
Yeah. I nearly got fired because I botched up the electromagnetic plates and whatever. But my point is this: I would always set aside some money so that I could reinvest in my knowledge, right? I mean, hey, let's face it. If you're watching this video now, how many books have you read since you graduated from school? Most people don't read. They don't read shit. They don't even finish one book in 10 years. Not most people that I know. So I would actually take some of that money and I would reinvest and I would go for courses after courses after courses. And some of the courses were crap. Some were okay. Some were amazing. Changed my life, right? Yeah. So my point is, how would you know until you went out there? So even if you went for 1 or 2 courses that you felt were lousy, for me, it wouldn't stop me from going to a 3rd, 4th, 5th. I've attended maybe 100 different seminars or courses over the years. So you have to try. You try Dominic, it doesn't work. You try Imran, it doesn't work. You try Adam Khoo, you try all the other guys. But I have to say, tongue in cheek, before you buy from anyone, make sure that those guys have verifiable testimonials of people actually making money. So I'm not talking about, hi, I attended Imran's course and, it was very helpful, he was very useful, he was very kind. People don't care about kind, useful. You have to go for courses where there's testimonials and where there is a verifiable A to B journey. This was where I was, this is where I am now, this is what I'm selling, this is how I got there. This is really, really important.
Yeah, I think one of the guys that went for Fabian is an old school guy.
Yeah. He was one of the pioneers.
Right?
Pioneers.
What's the guy that did the swimming school? He went to
swimming school.
Now he actually bought a swimming pool.
Yeah.
I shit
from humble beginnings. From humble beginnings.
The guy, he teaches swimming and he's bought a swimming pool. Apparently that's the rumor, or maybe that's true. I don't know the guy personally, but actually that's pretty.
He was on Nas Daily. Yeah.
Right. Oh, he was.
He was featured over there. So
we have this very interesting ad. Yeah. This is not one of the 4 horsemen of YouTube apocalypse. I call it the auntie of YouTube apocalypse.
Who is this? Come on, I've never seen this before. Come on.
Yeah. So down here she asked would you like the flexibility of owning an online business that gave you the time and financial freedom to live on your own terms and do things that matter to you? I've been starting to see this.
Is this a testimonial or?
No, this is a YouTube video.
Great. Kudos to her. She's starting. She's trying.
And she's doing it.
And she's doing it. That's the most important thing. She's doing it. Kudos to her.
Yeah, and she looks like like my mom, right? And
everyday person.
Everyday person, and she's doing online marketing.
Yeah.
Where are the digital marketing people going to have their jobs left if everyone learns online marketing?
That's true. It is a shifting landscape.
Sounds quite dangerous in terms of jobs, right?
Yeah, in a way, but there's space for everyone, at least for the next few years still. But people are taking it up.
People are grabbing the real estate on the YouTube. You know, I mean, like, wow, like, you know, that's quite something. Well, shout out to this lady. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully, all your money from Google AdSense that you're paying, that the YouTube ads are not going to waste. We sincerely hope that. And they say here you're wearing your sunglasses here.
This was before I dyed my hair like this.
Correct.
White hair.
So this is another of your videos, right?
Yeah.
And then this is the Spider-Man meme, right?
This is funny.
At you. This is quite funny. Yeah. This is great. This is a classic meme. I really like this meme. Yeah. And then there's this one. Mothership draws flag for story on
accused of being a scammer.
So what was this about? I'm very confused.
So what's happening is that a couple of years ago there was a thread written by an anonymous person.
Right. Okay.
One thing that I will ask you to do is to exercise logic and wisdom.
Okay.
The thing between your ears, right? The brain matter. The thing is, all these anonymous attacks and hates, put a name to it. All these allegations, put a name to it.
Oh, that's a resounding music. The music agrees with whatever you're saying, maybe.
Yeah. Put a name to it, right? It's easy to smear someone, to throw tar on the wall. It's a bit hard to wash it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there was a couple of stuff that came out, and they're all non-verifiable, no names, no ages, no nothing. These are not people. There was just like avatars of names, like John, Peter, with faces, with no photographs, right? So ask that question. If it was true, if someone's been scammed, they can legally take me to court. Right. They can claim back the money. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to hide behind names, fake avatars or profiles, and try to take pot shots at me from afar.
Correct.
You know. So Mothership actually did a feature about how I claimed on my wall, where I changed my name for a period of time. Not now. I'm proudly Imran now. I'll proudly say, hi, my name is Imran. I'm not saying, hi, my name is Benjamin or whatever, right? So there was a time when I was selling oil paintings, and I did a very quick test, and I found that whenever I signed off as Imran, my sales were a lot lesser because people stopped replying to those emails too much.
Really?
But when I said I signed off as Benjamin, which was a neutral name, not Chinese, not Caucasian, not Filipino, it was a neutral name. For some reason, I had a lot more replies coming in.
Serious?
I think it's nothing to do with racism, but just about
sensitive topic nowadays, right?
So again, not So not racism. That was not what I was talking about, but it's more about preconceptions, right? They have this conception that a Malay person usually does not own an art gallery. Does that make sense? When was the time in Singapore you saw a Malay guy, owning an art gallery? So, or for example, I don't know what professions, right? Certain people are in more professions than others.
So these are what we call the stereotypes.
Yeah. So I don't know about this publication. I think this publication and another publication, really controversial. I mean, one or two of them, you could actually pay them money. Pay them money to run stories on anyone. I believe that was $3,000 or $4,000. They were payable.
Yeah, and people have accused even the Singaplex page of running stories from, like we ran one story about some forex scam that this apparently one lady on social media was doing.
I saw that one.
So what she'll do is she'll post like hot pictures of herself. She'll get guys to opt into her forex, and then so one of these guys, apparently one of the guys that got scammed.
I hope Hardy won't fall into
the guy that Hardy, shout out to Hardy.
Sexy girls forex make money.
Stay strong, Hardy. Don't click through. Let's try. It's tough. I know, brother, but it's tough. So anyway, this guy, he was one of the victims. So he was like, shit, I got this story. So we had a chat. I'm always looking for interesting content for Singaplex. So I said, yeah, cool. So I had a coffee with him, and then he got scammed and shit, and the story went out, right? So I actually used Singaplex's own money, or what I say, sadly, my own money, to boost the post for better reach. Because on Facebook, if you don't boost, I didn't see it. You can't reach anyone, even you create your own original content. True. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to drink less bubble tea today. Right. I'm going to boost my own writing post to get more visitors for my own humble hobby blog website, whatever you call it, right? And then like some people accuse Singaplex for receiving money from the victim. Like, what? Like, the victim will pay us to write an article about this expose. And I can say, the Singaplex is a loss-making venture because I have a day job. Right, so it's like quite shocking. But you're saying these people, there are other websites that you can pay money to.
Yeah,
and
they
they
are,
actually probably.
I have screenshots of where you could actually pay $3,000. Add to cart is actually an add to
Oh,
cart
so
button.
they actually have the button.
They
there.
have it, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Oh shit.
So it's crazy.
Maybe I should add that
But
on
my point is
website.
that if it's true, then make a stand, make an allegation, but use your face. You know what's the funny thing?
What's the funny thing?
I don't look at comments. It doesn't
Right.
affect me, right?
Okay.
So, assuming you say that the comments have a lot of hate and everything
Yeah,
else, I can understand because of me being irritating.
Right,
So
they're
they
watching their
come on,
videos,
get
they're
out.
like, yeah.
So they resort to things like scammers and everything else. But the funny thing is that I've never had someone in real life come up to me and started scamming.
Say you screw you Imran, like that kind of thing. No.
Yeah, I've never had
run up
one.
to you with a super soaker and like
Yeah, so is this like some keyboard warrior going on or whatever? I think it is. Every time people come up to me, they're like, "Hey, I saw your videos." They might have a smirk on their face, but they will never tell me,
Right.
Yeah.
No outright hate in public.
No outright hate.
No outright hate.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think that's the thing about internet, right? It's so easy to make a
It's
comment.
easy,
Right,
so
right,
easy to make a comment. There were a couple of guys who make some allegations. For example, someone said, "Oh, Imran's testimonials are being paid for.
Right.
He paid $50 for each testimonial." I said, "You do that? Why don't you publish it under your real name?" And then I get my lawyers over, and I'm not someone who's very litigious.
Yeah.
I don't believe in getting lawyers.
It's not the US.
But if it's affecting my reputation,
Right,
then I'm going to
and your
defend my
livelihood and
reputation.
your family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
All
you
of
got
these
a
guys
kid
were
and
real people
yeah.
starting real businesses, making real profits in real time.
Right.
And for someone to say that these testimonials were paid for, that is something that I take
Yeah,
very
yeah.
seriously,
I
and they
actually-
always bring it down after.
Yeah. As an online content creator myself, I've seen what's the girl's name? There's one of your students, Vivian, right?
Vivian
She-
Chan,
she-
yeah,
she-
yeah,
She does
amazing.
some kind of business. She's doing
She's
quite well.
doing a couple of businesses
Right,
now.
yeah.
I simply opened the door for
Yeah.
her, but she ran
She's
through and
very
she did her own
hardworking. I
now.
see her posting. And
She's
yeah,
really
she's got a lot of
prolific.
stuff,
Yep.
right? Yeah. Maybe the next podcast guest, who knows, right? So and then there's Dominic here. So what's your view on Dominic's style versus yours?
Dominic's style versus mine. I'm someone who used to be very, very uncomfortable on stage.
Right.
So when
It's hard to believe you.
When I was in primary school, my mother's a Malay teacher, right? So
Yeah.
my mother's actually Chinese, but she was
Right.
brought up by a Malay family. My dad's Malay,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
So this is something a little bit something that people don't know about me, right?
Okay.
So Chinese mom, Malay dad. But my mother, the irony of it all is that my mother's a Malay teacher. Chinese, brought up a Malay, become Malay teacher, right? And so I remember there was this competitions in school where
Right.
there's Malay poems or pantun, we call it.
Yeah.
And I'll be on the bloody stage, and I would read out a bit, but then I would forget. I would freeze on stage. So I was really, really, really scared. But for those of you watching this video, if you want to know how to make great videos, not great, so some of you would disagree, it's great videos, right? You want to be fluent, you want to be,
right.
just one shot, one take videos, then what you got to do is just get in front of a camera and do it like
And start.
150 times. I
Okay.
swear to God, the first few times it was
quite-
horrible. But now, as we're having this conversation, it's so natural because I'm just, verbalizing whatever's going on in my head,
Yeah,
right?
like Fast and Furious
Censoring a
right
few
here,
things
right?
here. Yeah, it's fun. So my style, I would say that my style is a lot less scripted than a lot of the other guys out there.
Okay.
But I mean, I love all these other guys. I love anyone who's helping other people make money. So I'm assuming that Dominic's may help people make money. Patricia is.
Yep.
What's
Yeah,
the
no
other guy?
judgment, no
Yeah.
judgment.
So all these
Yeah,
guys are doing good things, right? I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I've never been to their courses, but in terms of style, yeah. But here's the secret. The reason why I have so many videos
Yes. Yeah.
is because I have on my iPhone on the notes and on Evernote, I have like 200 different video angles. So
On your phone?
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
I never run out of video ideas to do. I'm doing a MacBook Pro giveaway every month soon.
Oh.
So soon you will see me go to the MacBook shop, taking a MacBook and slamming it on the table, and I will start off by saying, "Hey, this is a MacBook Pro, this has changed my life, it allows me to work from anywhere, and I want to give this to you. All you got to do to get this MacBook Pro is enter the lucky draw," whatever.
Right.
So I've got so many of these video ideas. So yeah, I love doing videos.
And
I
now
used to
we-
care about how I look,
Yeah.
I no longer care.
Now we seem to be in the era whereby video has become so pervasive on every
Pervasive,
platform. Because
right.
now you see like even Nas Daily started to get hate.
Nas. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think
so he took a stand on some things,
he's a
right?
pretty chill guy.
Yeah.
When you see people like Nas daily getting hate, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, I'm saying this. I'm saying that if you are a business coach in Singapore,
Right.
so if you teach people, let's take a look at this. Let's say when I started out as a business coach, hey, my name is Imran. I want to teach you about Facebook marketing. Click this, click that. I want to teach you about YouTube advertising. Click this, click that, avatar, and everything else.
Right.
People respect that because now there is a vehicle attached to it. Oh, I'm learning Facebook ads.
Okay.
And Facebook ads isn't a scam because Facebook ads is run by Mark Zuckerberg, right?
But the moment,
but the moment you go into selling what we call dreams, like me,
right.
Hey, how would you like to travel the world every month?
Right.
Hey, how would you like to triple your income? Which have all come true for me and a lot of my students, right?
Okay.
People start becoming upset, and I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
I just spoke to a few people. I can kind of understand where this hate is coming from. A hater's comment usually comes from a reflection of what they actually feel deep inside. So imagine I'm at work right now. It's 6 p.m. My boss has given me overtime without overtime pay. My life sucks or whatever, right? And then all I want to do is watch a music video. Hi, I'm Imran.
You watch Blackpink on YouTube and then Imran video comes up. Like, no,
so
where's Lisa? Why am I seeing Imran?
Yeah. Is Lisa the hottest one?
Okay. That's my preference.
All right. So
Shout
again,
to Lisa.
so again, like what I'm saying, like, I'm not having a good day, and I'm kind of really hustling it out. But even after hustling, I'm only making 3, 4, 5K a month. And then this bloody guy comes on my YouTube and tells me I can make a lot more. So what's the natural reaction? F you, right?
Screw this guy.
That's not possible. The only way that's possible is that you must be a scam. That's the brain's mechanism of dealing with stuff. It didn't work for me. Working hard didn't work for me. Therefore, anybody who's having good life with no work must be a scam. That's how they do it, right? So that's the danger of. Take a look at all those 4 apocalypse horsemen. They're all selling lifestyle change and stuff. Right. You will never see someone like, hey, today I want to teach you Facebook advertising, getting hated on. Hey, today I want to teach you about LinkedIn advertising and getting hated on. They don't get hated on because they are not in the lifestyle business kind of thing.
I see.
Right? That explains the hate.
Okay. Yeah. That's so. What do you think if someone's living in a life of hate, which is pretty terrible? I would.
That's
say.
okay, but here's the funny thing: I've got a lot of haters. I had a lot of haters
who
later on, after years and years of being in the same job and seeing hundreds upon hundreds of the other testimonials and videos, they finally caved in and said, "Let me freaking give it a try." You told me I couldn't use the F word.
Serious?
So,
yeah.
Let me just give it a try.
Let me freaking give it a try.
And then some of them became my testimonials. So you see the irony there?
Shit.
From a hater 4 years ago.
4 years?
4 years, some of them I see.
They've been cursing your video for 4 years.
After 4 years, they said, all right, let me watch a webinar, let me come to a coaching session, whatever, let me see a preview. They signed up, and then, they became a
They signed up?
Yeah.
They signed up
and then they become a testimonial. Because it's funny, huh? You got a couple of this,
Wow, it's like...
It's how it is.
Wow, maybe there's an interesting story.
And that is why I'm always in your face, because one day you shall repent. Oh
my goodness. It's like 4 years a long time to be watching your videos, man.
Yeah, it's harvesting.
Yeah, and there's always the usual story, right? With all the stuff. There's always the sad story.
Yeah.
Right. So your
the origin story. I don't really have an origin story.
Your sad story is not that sad. You were just working in a job you
because that's the truth. That's the truth, right?
Right. Your story wasn't sad. You had no bankruptcy.
No bankruptcy. There was food on the table.
No family going through.
No divorce. Nothing. Nothing.
But usually nowadays I see a lot of ads. They are like, I was bankrupt or I was.
And maybe it's true. I don't know.
Maybe it could be. It could be. But
because the origin story always works, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It always works.
You're gonna see the hero's journey.
Correct.
The hero triumphing over some kind of adversity.
Different stories actually resonate with different people.
Right.
They say it's different strokes for different folks. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this guy, something happened with family. I mean, shout out to this guy.
I'm sure it's true.
Hopefully you're doing okay now.
Yeah.
Nothing happened in your family now, right? And then this word. This word, we gotta talk about this word, man.
What's the word?
Passive
income. Yeah.
Yes.
If you have noticed, find me one advertisement. Find me one video that I have done where I've used the word passive.
Oh, a lot of people gonna hunt
hold on.
Okay, hold on. Let's hold on.
I am not denying there is something called passive income and it exists.
Right.
For sure it exists.
Yeah.
But there are 2 types of teachers in the world. The first type of teacher is the one who teaches you how to make an active income. Mm-hmm. That's me. Okay. And there are some people who teaches you how to make a passive income. That's the other people.
Might be this guy.
Maybe it's them, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Right. But the reason why I like the idea of passive income, but I also believe that you've got to put in a lot of active effort.
Right.
Build your foundations, layers and layers upon foundations, before the passive income begins to come in. It's true.
Right. There's a lot of hard work before it actually becomes by the definition passive.
Yeah. So active income is great because it helps you to build the initial seed funding, and it allows you to have the momentum.
Okay.
And then with all the extra money, you can set up your passive income vehicles or whatever.
You can build like RD.
Yeah, you can build like RD and do your passive stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So there's some kind of because of the pervasiveness of such kind of ads, there's some kind of misconception and hate regarding.
Let me just say this. The only reason why so many wealth creation experts or gurus, again, I've never called myself a guru, by the way.
Okay.
Find me a video that call myself a guru.
Right.
I've never used the word passive income or guru. People put words in my mouth. There's never one. The funny thing is that the reason why they use this passive income words all the time is because it's what the consumers want. The consumers always feedback on what people want it.
Yeah, right? I want passive income.
Everybody keeps on saying, I want passive income. So these teachers says that if that's what they want, well, that's the angle I'm leading with. Does that make sense? Nobody wants to say like, hey, my name is Imran and today I'm going to teach you how to create an active income.
How to work hard like crap.
Work hard, right? But I like to say one thing. I usually like to ask someone, would it be okay for you to work very hard for the next 6 months if the next 60 years could be amazing for you? That's what I like to say. Right? So it alludes to passive income, but I also remind them that you've got to put in back-breaking work for 6 months.
Yeah. So we clarify, digital marketing is not a magic, right?
Yeah, I saw something that says overrunning.
Oh, we're overrunning. We'll try to wrap it up, but I think it's fun to discuss all these important topics.
Yeah.
Then there's another guy.
Who is this? I've never seen this before.
You cannot afford to have only one income.
Okay.
Right. So I think this is quite a legitimate statement.
I agree.
Yeah, but that's why
the danger of one.
I've set up Singaplex. Hopefully Singaplex will one day make money.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, thanks. And so it's true. This is quite true. Previously, I was working in advertising and I see people getting sacked. So that's bad, right? Mm-hmm. So, but this copy is quite interesting. Passive income is the income that comes to you. Right.
Okay.
So it's quite interesting as well.
Without you have to chase. All right. Fair enough.
Right.
Valid.
And then there's I think Patricia, and she's going to share with us a secret. So previously you were talking about she's just in another space, right?
Yeah. She's in another space. I see. So still wealth creation.
Flaming carpet. That's an interesting question. So if this poor guy, so he apparently he was drinking and then he threw a bottle and he hit someone and the person died.
People die.
So if you were to rebrand him the day he comes out from prison, what would you do? I mean, I think these guys once you go to jail, that's it, right? That's what they say.
Are you saying for money?
Obviously he's not going to have a career of throwing bottles out of the window.
Right.
right.
But here's the thing, I'm not going to risk sounding like a charlatan because I will only comment on things that I'm actually competent about.
Fair enough.
I think that I'm not a branding guy.
Okay.
Right. I am a direct response guy.
Yeah.
Right. So I will leave it to the branding experts.
Okay. So branding experts.
Yeah.
Come and comment on.
Comment
below how would this guy save his career.
Correct.
So I think we've had such a great info pack session once again. I want to thank
you, Jonathan,
for coming on this podcast, although he's been getting a lot of heat lately. And I hope that we've all learned something in this big internet space that we've been living in and will continue to live in for the future. So this has been the Singaplex podcast, the After Hours podcast. Like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
And just on a side note, keep the hate coming, guys, because without the hate, I won't get the momentum. Right? So we need the momentum. Alright, bye-bye.
Alright, guys, bye.